Hi everybody, Loren here, your great and grateful goddess, and I am here to talk to you all about, firstly, thanks so much for getting this manifestation guide. It's really going to be helpful, but for those of you who don't know who Loren is, as I said, am the great and grateful goddess, and Loren is a personal development, healing, and empowerment adornment brand that helps people create breakthroughs in their life and making healing sexy. So, getting that out the way, wanted to just let you know that. Now, why are you here? We are here to talk about some really exciting things. As you know, today is 11/11, which is a really powerful opportunity for manifesting. So we're going to get into that and talk a little bit more about what 11/11 means, what the number of 11 means itself. So having it twice makes it more powerful, of course. And then also what Mercury in retrograde is, what it does, how it affects your life, and how we can navigate through that. I'm not going to take up too much of your time, but just wanted to make sure that we get that part done. All right, so let's get into it. What is Mercury in retrograde? Well, as science would have it, Mercury in retrograde happens about 3 times a year. It is really just the Earth doing its thing and Mercury doing its thing. But when they pass each other in like rotation, it creates this energetic dissonance, this energetic friction, if you will. Mercury rotates a little bit slower than the Earth rotates. So when they pass each other, it looks like Mercury is going backwards. It's actually not. They're both doing their thing just on their own. But what happens when they pass each other, that energetic connection causes some disruption in communication, in technology, and in transportation. So what that means is you were minding your own business, you sent an email, and somehow nobody got it. Or it's like the continuous disappearing emails. Or it can look like conversations with people that would traditionally be really, easygoing. You might say, hey, you look nice today in that dress. And then it's like, wait a minute. So you're saying I look fat, or somehow they just didn't get what you're saying. So that's also pretty common. With transportation and technology, you can expect like flights to be delayed, overbooked, oversold, and those companies not really communicating well about what's going on. So you want to definitely double check your flights and those kinds of things. It also looks like, we're talking about transportation, so it also looks like lots of car accidents, but like the kinds of crazy car accidents where you'll see a car accident in one section of the highway and then you get like 3 feet ahead and then there's another one and then there's another one. It's like these frequently happening car accidents, but then like strange random occurrences with your car that may have just gotten service somehow is also not working, lights coming on. So all of those things are things to look for and not to be alarmed. There are ways that we can prepare. So what can we do? We know that Mercury in retrograde, like I said, happens 3 times a year. And let me also share with you, it's not the only planet that goes into retrograde. We have Venus in retrograde, Saturn in retrograde. However, Mercury is a closer planet, and we can still feel the effects, but this is the one that's most popular, that most people identify with. So, what we can do as far as communication. Well, firstly, number A, as I always say, do not take anything personal. So you can always start with seeking to understand and knowing that this is a time of year that's also great for introspection, to be reflective, to find out if there is any type of miscommunication. How can you communicate differently without necessarily putting that responsibility on someone else? Being flexible, being patient, and again, refer to number A. Don't take anything personal. So just allow yourself and allow other people just space during this time, because it can be a little tricky. Also, it's also recommended not necessarily to engage in new relationships and new contracts of business or personal because of the communication factor. So both parties may not necessarily be clear and it may be subconscious. So it might be good to wait until Mercury retrograde is over before you get into any type of long-term commitments. By the way, Mercury retrograde for this year ends November 20th. And we'll get into some dates around 2020's retrograde as well. Next up, so we covered communication, transportation. Get your car serviced. Do all of your maintenance and those kinds of things. If you're traveling, make sure that you check your flight schedules ahead of time, that you like do all of the itineraries. Like, you know how if you're the kind of person that puts your ticket on your phone, listen, print that thing out. Take it with you so that there are no issues at the gate. Give yourself some extra time at the airport or on the road, those kinds of things, because this is the time where, like I said, accidents occur, those kinds of things. So that's something that you can do, that you can, again, take your time, double check, print things out in paper. Don't just rely on technology because, like I said, this time can be a little wonky. And last but not least, did I miss something? I don't know. If I did, I'll come back to it. All right. So that's our transportation. That's communicate. Oh, technology. Yeah, here we go. So for technology, you want to follow up. So if you are typically an email person and you just normally send emails, double check and make sure that your emails go through. Also follow up with another form of communication, maybe just a quick text or a phone call, and face-to-face is always king and queen. That's what I would say. So give yourself multiple layers of communication and try to be as thorough, especially if you're doing text messages and emails. Try to be as thorough as possible, where normally you might just kind of send something out. Try to remove all doubt and just be as clear and succinct in what you're trying to say, so that your reader doesn't miscommunicate or like misconstrue, anything that you might be trying to, get across. All right, so that's what we can do to navigate those kinds of things, and just be patient. Allow yourself and others grace and space as we grow through this time. All right, so next up, dates. Let me make sure I have my dates. So dates for 2020, you want to write this down. February 18th through March 9th is our first Mercury Retrograde for 2020. June 19th, special birthday on that day. June 19th to 7/11. Wow, those are some powerful numbers. Is the second Mercury retrograde for 2020. And then also October 16th to November 2nd is our third and final retrograde for 2020. So if you're doing any type of planning, of which Jindailerin planners will be out, wink, wink. I'll give you some more information about that. But you can mark those on your calendars so that you can plan around that if that's something that you're interested in, so that you know that those dates are coming, and to be mindful. If you're like, just look up and you kind of feel like energetically things are a little crazy, you know that that's could be one of the things that's happening. And also, guys, like today being 11/11. So with today being 11/11, tomorrow is our full moon, our first full moon and only full moon for November. So it is, of course, in Scorpio. So you also have that energy playing into what we have going on for Mercury in retrograde, as well as 11/11. So today is actually a super powerful day. So with that, why is 11 so significant? Well, 11 is a master number. Well, what does that mean? Well, master numbers, everything has energy. Everything has a vibration or frequency. But master numbers tend to have a higher frequency than other numbers. So your master numbers are 11, 22, and 33. So whenever you see 11/11, 11/22, 11/33, or that kind of number on the back of, say, a 2, so if it's like 222, or if it's 311, it's still an opportunity to tap into that particular energy of the moment. And if there's something that you're working on, to just pause, refocus, and set your intentions, that's a great opportunity to do so, because the universe is saying, hey, just think of how many minutes pass throughout the day. So the fact that you have happened to look at your clock, or you look up and you see a mailbox with 11/11 or 11/22, that's not a coincidence. So especially if it's something that continues to happen on a daily basis or throughout the day, that you're seeing these numbers in sequence, it's always good to pause, refocus, set your intentions, so that you can tap into the universe, which is trying to communicate with you to let you know that you're being supported on your goal or on your path. So the power of 11 already being a master number, and then pairing it up with itself, is super powerful. So you have all day to just vibe and float in this whole 11/11 energy tomorrow. And especially tomorrow, when when? At 11:11. On 11:11 is going to be pretty powerful. So when you have those opportunities twice in a day, 11 a.m. and 11 p.m., 11:22, 11:33, and 11:11, feel free to, if you want at the top of the day, to write down your intentions so that you can refocus your energies, pull them out, read them. That's always good. Let me see if there's anything else that I want to tell you. Oh, yes. 11:11 is a symbol for spiritual synchronicity. So you want to just be mindful that this is like the universe saying, hey, we're in alignment. We're supporting you. So again, it's good to set your intentions. And I don't think there's anything else. Oh, it's a number of new beginnings, and it represents opportunity for manifestation. That's why it's also significant. So even though you have all of this energy that's happening around us in retrograde, what you want to be able to do is focus your intentions on drawing actually from that energy and transforming it into you being able to manifest whatever it is that you're working on. So that's personal, that's professional, that could be health, that could be spiritual, whatever you got going on. And feel free, dream big. Don't necessarily think that it has to be one thing. Feel free to put some energy in multiple areas, because you want multiple, nobody's one dimensional. You want to have multiple things manifest in your life, and what you give energy to grows. So make sure that you're giving energy to those spaces and places in your life that you want to see manifest and grow. And I think we have come to, is there anything else? I'm checking my notes. Let me see. Nope. I think we got it all. Just wanted to share that with you all. Thanks so much for grabbing this manifestation guide. I'm sure you'll be getting or if you haven't already, checked out your download with your 2 manifestation exercises. And feel free to DM me, email me, let me know how they work out for you. You are powerful. That is why you're here. You were drawn to a place that is helping you elevate on your own journeys and recognizing how freaking phenomenal you are. So thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide in this process. And as always, you guys, continue to share love and light in all that you do. Buy some stuff on the website if you haven't subscribed already at www.jendaylareine.com. And listen, about that, I have heard you all, and I am working on another tag that I can connect you all that's a lot easier than Jenzai Loren, because not everybody's interested in spelling it and all that jazz. So I'll be asking you which ones you like to connect back to the website. So look out for that poll so that I can get that changed really quickly so that you can find me a lot easier out there on the interwebs. But yes, check out the website. There'll be lots of sales coming up for the holidays. And again, continue to show love and light in all that you do. And I will talk to you guys really, really soon. Bye.